Hey, Sean here in Ohio, at Lakeview, Ohio, actually, and we're here at the Rock the Lake Festival, and I'm here with somebody that you guys don't need any introduction, but Mr. Jeremy Camp. How you doing, Jeremy?
I'm doing incredible. Being here is going to be beautiful right by this lake, so I'm excited.
It is. Weather's turning out perfect right now.
Great.
It's like,
I was nervous. I thought it was raining a little bit earlier, but it's done now. So
yeah, I know, and I'm from Florida, so this is like almost like winter for me.
That feels nice.
So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So our listeners, they really like your song, "Anxious Heart." How did that come about, and like maybe the background story of that one?
Yeah, it's a whole thing. But like about 5.5 years ago, I remember I was going through this time where everything felt like it was out of control. What I mean by that was I had like kind of worries and fears that were just impractical. It was like, you know what I mean? Like, why am I worrying about that? Why am I fearing about that? And I remember at some point I found myself feeling very nervous about everything. Like my hands were shaking, and I'm like, what is happening? Like my hands were shaky. And I was working out one time and literally all of a sudden had a panic attack, and never in my whole life had a panic attack before. And I had no clue what was happening. I called my wife and I'm like, honey, what's going on? And for 2 weeks I was bedridden. I couldn't get out of bed. Had social anxieties. Never dealt with this in my life. Went to a really dark place, and I was really crying out to Jesus saying, God, what's going on? Why am I going through this? And he really spoke to my heart and said, you're trying to control things. You're not trusting me with anything. And because of that, I felt like everything was out of control. And so my whole body was just like in fear and worry mode. And so I asked God to forgive me for not trusting him, and he lifted it off. And I remember writing this song, and I just shared my experience, like locked up, and I'm so in my head, heart starts racing, I can't slow it down, hands shaking, and I'm losing my breath. I mean, full like, this is what I felt, when I was going through this like panic attacks. And then literally God reached into that dark place of mine, and that's what the chorus says. It's a very simple chorus, but it means so much to me because we always hear about Jesus being the light, but he was the light in my dark place, and I experienced that. And so I finished that song, and just the fact that more people than we realize have gone through that pain, it's been good to be able to share that and have people say, I'm so glad I'm not an island here going through this. A lot of people have experienced that, and to say that God literally is the one that can heal you from that.
He really is.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's such an awesome story.
Thank you.
Man, and we've all experienced anxiety and all that, but you had a really bad one, so it's really cool to see God working that way.
Absolutely, amen.
Man, it's a blessing.
Amen.
And just when God works, everything just gets so relieved, and just if you just let him do it. Yeah. You can't do it. You let him do it. So.
Amen, bro. Man. So good.
All right, so you were just recently at the K-Love Awards a few months ago, I think, or last month, something like that.
Yeah, end of May,
Yeah, and your daughters got up there on stage with you. As a father, how does it feel having your kids get up there and perform and maybe following after your footsteps maybe in the future? How's that feel?
Yeah. Pretty surreal, actually. I was pretty emotional. So before they went on, I went up to them and I just said, girls, I'm so proud of you. And I just started crying right away. And this right before we went up, about ready to go on, and so I had to stop and just like regain composure. But it was one of those times where my wife even said, like, just remember how special this is. Don't just like rush through it. Don't just kind of take it as another thing you're doing. This is with your daughters singing together, a very prophetic thing where it says he loves you, he loves you, he loves you over the crowd, over the audience. And so it was really powerful. So I watched back at it, and I'm watching my girls singing, just going, man, they were in it. Like they were not just singing words. They meant it. I saw my oldest daughter at one point just like point to the crowd, like he loves you, he loves you. And I was like, that's my girl. So it's special. Really
very,
special.
very proud dad at that moment.
Absolutely.
Man,
very
that's
proud.
Awesome. Yep. As a dad, I understand.
Yes,
so very proud.
Totally.
Very proud. So you also did the Winter Jam Tour this past year. What was something memorable or fun that you guys did, maybe a practical joke or something that you could remember from that tour?
One of the funnest things to do is the last show. So there's a part in Disciples set. Disciples, a rock band. The Disciples set where they would say, everybody, flip your hair, and they'd start doing this headbang thing. So I got a wig, and put a wig on and got a Disciple shirt on. And when they said, everybody, and I ran on stage, I just started like headbanging with this like wig on. It was really fun. But Kevin, the lead singer, had no clue it was me. So I kept doing this right beside him, looking at him, and he was kind of like, who is this guy?
Yeah, which one is it?
Yeah. Then he goes, is that you? Afterwards, I'm like, that was me.
I want to tour with weirdos.
Yeah,
what's going on here?
Right. Yeah, totally.
No, Kevin's a cool guy. I love Kevin. So,
Kevin.
yeah. And now you're getting ready to go on your tour, I Still Believe, basically named after the movie.
Yep.
Great movie, by the way.
you.
I think last time I talked to you was right after the movie, right after COVID, actually, and the whole ordeal there. But yeah, you're getting ready for that tour in September. It's going, I call it international.
Yeah.
Going to Canada.
Yeah, yeah, and Australia, New Zealand.
I didn't know that.
Too, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
we did our I Still Believe tour in the States. That's done. No more of that. And we have a couple dates that we're doing on our way to Canada.
Okay.
But we're doing a Canadian I Still Believe tour, and then Australia, New Zealand I Still Believe tour. So we're kind of hitting a world tour with this. We'll probably hit Europe next year and South Africa, and so yeah.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Why not?
That's nice. What
God's
are you
opening doors, and I'm super just. I feel refreshed. I feel excited about it. So I'm going to keep going until God says stop.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
Cool.
I love it. All right. For our listeners, followers, how can they follow you, connect with you, all that stuff?
Go to jeremycamp.com or Jeremy Camp Official on Instagram. Actually, go to jeremycamp.com. You can look at all the ways to follow me. So there you go. It's perfect.
Makes it easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeremy, it's so good to see you,
man.
brother.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.